to the finals of the Ace Championship. That's Hera Sandula with Proton rockets, Jake Farrell with Proton rockets. That's Wedge and Tilly's in that third A-wing. We have Garvin Drace in the X-wing and Lieutenant Blount. So a lot of focus passing shenanigans between Jake, Hera, and Garvin. Wedge and Blount providing heavy hitting, cheap platforms, and in a beautiful little mini swarm of ships here. Obviously, the combinations between Hera sharing focuses and Garvin passing tokens means that a lot of his dice are going to be modified quite heavily. On the right, we got David Chabot flying the Imperials, a classic matchup here with 1, 2, 3, 4 total Saber Squadron aces. Those are the I-4 interceptors, all with disciplined. Then Echo, who is an I-4 as well, in the Phantom. That's the one with the crazy barrel roll. Crazy decloaks that have to be done with a 2 bank instead of the 2 straight template. And now they all have Disciplined. Disciplined is a newer card, was become quite popular in the Imperial faction. It's a talent that says after another friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship is limited or has the Discipline upgrade, of course all of the ships in this David squad do, they may perform a target lock or barrel roll action. It's great extra actions. The Sabres can do interesting things like linked boost off of those red barrel rolls, and of course none of these ships can even take the target lock action, so that is a huge boon for their offensive capabilities as well. I really like David's list as far as a disciplined squad goes. Being able to get those target locks for the 3 dice attacks. And to be fair, those interceptors don't have the best survivability rate, so 1 or 2 are going to go down before the end of the game.
Will, I promise what I'm about to say is related to the game. Do you know...
So, Dion, what do you think of Matthew Cary's upgraded list here? Replacing out the Force users, Ahsoka and Luke, to squeeze in a 5th ship into the build.
You know what? 5 ships feels like a good number. There's a lot of factions right now who are flying, 5 or 6, and just having that extra body in there just feels good. It gives you additional options and blocking, and just being able to have a firing arc at a different angle, can make a big difference as well. Now, Will, what I'm about to say, I promise you, is related to the game. Do you know what I mean do you know what I'm talking about when I say the wiggly arm man from, like, the inflatable wiggly arm man?
I was like, the wiggly arm man. Well,
yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
You know what those are? You know what I'm talking about?
Waving, wacky, inflatable, waving armbands or whatever. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's Echo.
All right, yeah.
Like you were talking about it, and I have never had that mental image before, but now I can't unsee it.
His arms are going crazy. There's just controls all over the cockpit that he's got to just flail around to actually get to work. I guess so. Give me that alt art of those inflatable guys driving an Imperial ship.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it looks like we got Wedge getting in aggressive here, looking to chase down some of these interceptors. Now, they're probably going to be hitting the gas going fast, but Wedge, even though he committed to going fast, he's probably going to have a good opportunity to do some damage here, especially if he can catch them at range 2.
And we see the combination of Jake doing a focus boost there, then passing off a focus action to a ship at range 1. Super good with both Wedge and Garvin at initiative 4. You can really maneuver those guys into positions where it's just easy to hand them out focuses.
Yeah, I want to see what happens with these yellow squadrons. I mean, you could end up taking David just being crazy and being like, you know what? Actually, we're gonna turn in. Though I mean that's dangerous. There's a lot of arcs over there. Would a hard 3 boost barrel roll get you out of all the rebel arcs with the yellow interceptor? Hard 3 bank boost.
No, you'd never get out of Wedge's arc there.
Not with that attitude. That's not.
I mean, not with that 3 bank maneuver or hard 3 maneuver. I mean, you can't even clear range. Maybe like a bank boost, like 5 forward, bank boost, barrel roll, probably get you out of range, I guess. But like Echoes hasn't moved yet, so
all right, hitting
can't
the
really
gas
bank
here.
Boost anymore. Why don't you move Echo first? And that might be out of range still. I mean, Red's not getting out of range, so let's go get a free shot.
Pink. Now remember, Wedge's ability is very similar to his X-wing ability. Not exact, but it's gonna feel very similar right now while you perform a primary attack. If the defender is in your front arc, the defender rolls 1 fewer defense die. So they did specify, the front arc to avoid a vectored cannon's Wedge Antilles, essentially what that is. But it would work, just on that primary weapon. It doesn't work on missiles or anything like that. It's not like the grown-up Wedge who figures out how to use all his weapons, or his ability on all his weapons. Still learning. All right, we got a 1 bank here from Echo.
Yeah, I should put him in Wedge's range. We'll see if Hera can. If Hera takes an evade, she might be able to get close enough to help out Wedge as well here.
I think that boost should make that pocket.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to lead the charge into the interceptor kill box though with your Hera.
True that. And I like this move. Going at Echo is the correct choice. Echo has 3 agility just like the interceptor and is a much more valuable target, but not going to get anything there on that first shot.
All right, 3 on 4. From Echo to Wedge. Ooh, full paint.
3 hits coming back into it. Now, use a focus right there. No harm, no foul yet.
Nope, just straight in some warning shots.
Will, when we see these initial approaches, right, and when we have these inconsequential warning shots. I like how you said that, like the warning shots. One of the things that it does make me question is, has somebody overextended at this point? Has this near engagement, not quite full engagement, but this slight engagement put somebody at a disadvantage because maybe, we talked about Hera earlier, that her boost does fit through there, but is that a good idea going into the interceptor kill box? Something like that. It's always interesting to see these moments where the ships just become in range. Like right now, I'm curious to see where are these rebel ships going to be going? Are they going to go towards the middle of the board to focus on the green and blue interceptor? Are we going to try to corral Echo? What do you think?
I honestly, I think this engagement depends a lot on Garvin. I've been staring at Garvin to see if he could actually hard 2 in between the gas cloud and debris.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna work, or does he have to take the outside lane?
I don't know. Let's have the people take a look at it as well. We'll take a look at the Patreon cam right now so that you guys can take a look. What do you think? Do you think the hard 2 fits there? My gut says yes.
Yeah, that's a big yes with a question mark.
Yeah. I think it works. I think it fits.
So if it does fit, is that the route you're trying to take? Because you need to get all guns on target, but if you just follow in this kind of like single file line around the outside of the rock, it gives that blue and green interceptor just wide open lanes with no retaliation.
Yep. And one of the things we got to remember is Hera is available. So the most likely consequences for Garvin, even if he does hit the debris, is not taking an action. You're unlikely to hit to roll a crit for the debris. So unlikely to take damage. And that gun is pointed where you want. You probably have Lieutenant Blount being able to bank next to Garvin as well. I mean, I would go for it.
Yeah, so you're referring to him having essentially unlimited mods.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting combination between Hera. We've seen it kind of with the Suze Joseki and Garvin before, because it's kind of a similar abilities and things like that. But essentially, if Hera has a focus token, and then Garvin rolls an IML result, Hera can, not if, but he would want to take her focus if he rolled an IML result, spend the focus then, but he then also gets to pass it back to her. So it's every dice pool could be from Garvin, could be modified with Hera's focus, which is pretty crazy actually in 2nd edition, that someone just has unlimited focus modifiers.
Would you like a focus?
Yeah, I did run a very similar list of this with Garvin and Hera, and during the Ace Championship, and I was able to use the same focus from Garvin 4 times at one round. Literally one action modded 4 different dice rolls.
Yeah, and you can do that, and Garvin is the biggest hitter in this list with his natural 3 attack dice. So you want to keep him protected, and that's honestly better than Luke defensively, because eventually Luke runs out of force.
Yeah.
And he only gets 1 per defense. Garvin gets all focuses during defense.
What I'm hearing is that there's justice for Red Leader, right? Red Leader should be more powerful than Red 5, huh? Question mark?
I mean, maybe. He has attached to the hip to Hera, so obviously Luke can do what he wants when he's out there by himself.
This is true. I'm just teasing. Now, here we go. Does it fit? Yes.
Ooh. Oh, easy.
Takes a focus. There's Blount hanging out next to him after the 1 bank. The 1 bank keeps those arcs pretty much equal with each other. Hera's gonna have to do a 1 hard or just 2 straight to have access to a token this turn.
Did you see what's happening here? Jake and Wedge have spooked off those A-wings spooked off the interceptors on the right, and they won't be in this engagement. That's big. I was expecting them to just like hard 1 or hard 2 back in and boost, you know?
Yeah, I mean his power in those interceptors is in their numbers. You want to keep those 3 dice guns around, and
okay, maybe we're not going for a kill box here like I thought it was. I thought he was closing into where basically like right in front of where Blount and Garvin were or are here. I thought that was where the kill box would be. Essentially right where Wedge is sitting.
Yeah.
That's where I assumed the kill box was going to be pointed. But the interceptors are trying to squirrel out of here.
Maybe trying to scatter the rebels. One of the things that Matt is doing is he's using a pseudo formation, right? They're moving not quite in a perfect block, but their arcs are generally pointed in the same direction. So, just trying to keep his ships out of there. Probably a little barrel roll or evade barrel roll action here.
Yeah, clear range from Garvin and Blount.
Always got to, you know what though? That blue interceptor's got to watch out. Jake's got a procket. That might be range 2, guys. Reach out and touch you.
Oh, the boost from blue.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, maybe. That opens up Hera to come up and even target lock him. That blue squadron or blue saber squadron, giving Jake that devil modified.
And there is Echo coming up behind the blue interceptor right now. Gonna take a focus.
Already out of Wedge's arc, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Hera 3 straight, getting a little bit closer to both Jake and Wedge, making sure to be able to support.
To take an evade or... Yeah, that target lock looks just out. I think I'd reach for that target lock. Try to get that proton rocket worth it.
Mm-hmm. Boost. Evade boost is being there to pass off that evade. Oh man, looking at that, that sure feels like a range 2 and bullseye from Jake. We'll see that in a minute.
Yeah, one crit here, an obstructed attack against the blue. Obstructed range 3. And
gonna have to
5 eyeballs.
Yeah, you spend it, right? Because you don't want to take a crit on an interceptor. Right. While I would love to use our crit animations this early in the day, it's not the time. Not the time. All right, here's Wedge. Got a range 3 shot on the green interceptor. 2 dice. Has a focus available, but unable to use it. Just 1 hit. There'll be 3 instead of 4 because of Wedge's ability, and pushes through a damage.
Oh, wow. David, a rough start here to his green dice. Just looking for a little bowl of spaghetti to protect him against these spooky A-wings.
He brought the mostaccioli. That's the problem.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Brought just an empty bowl on that roll.
And where does the bullseye hit?
Oh, yeah, you had to measure the bullseye ability.
Yeah, I think it's in range. Let's. They're gonna spawn just the bullseye arc.
He's
range
2 and bullseye
right
confirmed.
Here. That corner, that little bit right there was the range 2. Here comes a procket. 5 dice. No help from Hera here, just the focus. And are going to be a little bit lackluster. 3 hits if he spends a focus, and does.
Yeah, the interceptor had to dodge a crit from Hera, so he's got no defensive tokens here. Just 1 squiggle. Blue, come on.
And only going to take 1. So that is already down to half points there. Will, you were talking about earlier, maybe Hera reaching for a lock.
Yeah, when she went to shoot, it looked like it was out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Before her boost. Would have been cool.
Now, Garvin might be able to clean it up if he fires through the rock. He got 3 hits. This is going into that interceptor. Got him.
One more, range 3 obstructed. I think there's one more dice to be rolled there.
Yep.
There they go. They got it. Oh my. Dead?
Yep. Well, you know what?
Discipline.
That interceptor didn't come to play anyway.
Nah, yeah, it's initiative 4, so still we'll get a shot here. We'll hand out some target locks. Echo and Red looks like they can pick some up. It is a target lock action, so in all of the stressed ships won't be able to do that. Red does have Wedge.
Mm-hmm. It's taking that
And see, this
disciplined action.
This is what I was worried about, that the Rebels have easily, and I would almost say confidently, came in here and is able to get multiple arcs on the same target. The interceptors feel scattered, heading in multiple directions, and not able to put more than 2 arcs on a single target.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the big threats as well, you know, you have so many ships on Matthew's side are the same initiative as what David brought, that if you risk these more fragile interceptors going into the fray with these rebellion ships, you're gonna end up behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're at the same advantage there, where you like even Blount, Garvin, Jake, Wedge, like all of the initiative 4s, they still get to shoot. So
David woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, you gotta fix your dice.
All right, there we go.
Uses the lock on Echo from the discipline.
Hera's gonna pass and evade here, and he's gonna take 1 shield onto Jake.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are all the shots from this round. Now,
no, blue still has a.
Oh
no, he got 1 eye.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he missed. So let me weave you a tale. Oops, let me get this out of the way. Let me weave you a tale of my evening, Will. Okay.
Okay.
All right. For you last night. So we finished the stream, finished the event, and I immediately got food poisoning. I did not like the last round. My stomach was feeling weird and violently ill. I had just bad stuff. All right. Then after I because I was like keeled over, not feeling great. It was like on the couch, heating pad on my stomach, just trying to sleep it off a little bit. And I was like, okay, I still need to check the computer. I'm pretty sure we got everything fine. I'll take a little nap, and hopefully I feel a little bit better for my stomach, and then we'll check the computer. So I woke up at like 1 a.m. I woke up at 1 a.m. from my nap. And I was like, all right, let me go check the computer. Because at that time, I was feeling bad enough where I just, I was, taking care of being sick, and then immediately went to sleep on the couch. So got up, came in, and there was a blue screen of death when I walked in. I was like, oh, this is not good. Short story is that my hard drive died, my C drive. The operating system, no more. And now that was the end result that I figured out after doing a bunch of troubleshooting and panicking and figuring that out. And then there was the adventure of, okay, I have spent literally years, cultivating my, and that was the other thing. I then I got basically, I used another drive, installed Windows on that drive, went to backup, pull all my backups, which, thank God we did get faster internet because I was able to pull that really quickly. And then I went to, import my scenes for OBS. That's our broadcast. You know, all the overlays, positioning, all that, and that was corrupted. And I was like, what? And then I tried to go to another version, and for whatever, something was wrong with that folder. So now I'm upset. I'm upset because it's literally like years of work, just like poof, gone. Right? Like all the small things, they just take a lot of time. And basically, what I was able to do is I was able to connect the old hard drive in, but not boot from it, and pull the scene data off of it, and bring it back into this current hard drive that is now the main drive. Yeah, there was a lot of, Will, I was on an emotional roller coaster. Let me just put it that way.
It sounds like it.
We were all over the place. And that is the very abbreviated version. The troubleshooting was fun. That's why the dice are failing. The machine goes, yeah, there's a ghost in the machine for sure. But like yesterday, we thought it was my my graphics card. That hard drive is failing, is what it was. But luckily, I was able to pull all of the important files on it, and I have backups on top of backups. We got cloud backups, and that's fine. It's the bigger problem is the amount of time and not knowing what was the problem. I would have cried. Oh, I did cry. I'll be straight with that. Like my wife came in. Like, because we didn't get it fixed. We didn't get it fixed until about 30 minutes. Not even. I was still getting the final tweaks set when we started the player meeting today. And my wife, like half hour before the player meeting, walked into me like in tears, moving stuff and trying to figure this out. Like it was. And when I say emotional roller coaster, I mean it. I mean it. All the ups. A lot of downs. But you know what? We're ending on a high note because it works. Hallelujah. It works. All right.
I mean, all the effort not in vain. So, just, you know, put all those bad feelings behind you, wrap them up in a nice little bow, send them out to the past.
That's right.
And be prepared for new, better things. In the
Be
future.
gone, demons! All right. Wedge tried to do a boost there. Wasn't able to fit it. You see that they're threatening that green interceptor. There is Garvin and Blount saying, hello. Hello, Echo. How's it going?
Yeah, Echo had decloaked there trying to block Jake, it looked like. And Jake said, no. I'm out of here. Ooh, that bump's going to land Echo in arc of Blount with a 4 dice attack coming in. Remember, Lieutenant Blount, his ability says while you perform a primary attack, if there's at least one other friendly ship at range 0 of the defender, you may roll an additional dice. Friendly nearby, hey, I'm an X-Wing.
Are you an X-Wing? I am. Disguised. Now, man, Echo bumping there. It's going to be a little bit rough. No focus to back up the defense. Now, remember, this Echo does not have any force. There's no fifth brother on there. A lot of times you see those Phantoms with some type of force user. Not today. Not today. Sabers trying to come in and back up their wing leader. We'll see if I think that Saber is going to have a shot on Garvin.
Yeah, it looks like the A-Wings are going to get, or excuse me, the Interceptors are going to get out of those lead A-Wings arcs, but they are all coming into Garvin's arc.
Isofane, whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop, 27 months.
My guy.
All right, boosting for range 1 shots on that. Jake. See what Hera does. Oh, gonna be bumped.
Little bit aggressive there.
The debris. What was that maneuver?
I think it was a 2-bank.
Just a 2-bank. Okay. Probably would have made it had, Echo up in there.
Echo's getting in the way. Well, she
Yeah, I
does
thought
have.
Echo K-turn there, actually, but this position might end up being better for him.
All right, now the single result does not get through on that one. On that one.
Yeah. Yeah, David rolls his first natural evade of the game in this. Not good to see that in the second round of engagement. Could have used a couple in the first. We looks like we got the focus passing and is going to pass it over to Hera from Garvin. And this interceptor's gonna die? Question mark.
I mean, there's four hits right there, and those are going in. We've met the threshold. The green interceptor, rip. Let's get some Fs in the chat.
Yeah, these sabers are going down hard. Ooh, excuse me. Fortunately, he's trying to discipline, and everybody. So it's just Echo then getting that free lock.
Yeah, everybody's stressed. That is a tough thing with these interceptors and discipline is if you've done that auto thrusters ability, which I mean you're an interceptor, of course you're going to. More often than not, you're not going to be able to do the actions because it is not a sign, it isn't acquire, it is in fact perform a barrel roll or target lock action. Now here is Lieutenant Blount. Got that additional die because of his ability and able to do 4 hits into Echo at range 1. We'll see how many of those get through. Echo was able to roll the natties, so that's 2 down on Echo. Shields.
Yeah, that was Blount took a lock, but that was actually the focus token he used from Hera there. So Garvin to Hera, back to Blount. It's just such a good battery to just store tokens in. 2 hits so far. You're spending the lock you just got from discipline here. 4 hits back at you, Blount.
That's right.
Oh, you did.
Oh, he one shot Z95. Though, I mean, Blount is your cheapest piece, and you were able to take down 2 pretty valuable shields on Echo. A ship that is not quite double your price, but still, I think, was it worth it? I think so.
Yeah, that Echo was like, you better call an ambulance. But not for me. Ooh, takes him down. Ooh,
And
another
4
string of pain
hits.
here.
Oh, all right. The tables have turned.
Okay.
Blank out. 4 hits going into Garvin. It's going to bringing him to half points.
Yeah, I think the better shot for Blount was to spin the lock because he's not going to get another shot on Echo there, and that would have saved the focus and not let him die.
Yeah, but 4 hits though. The guarantee. So the rest of these going into Wedge, I assume. Yeah, sorry, not Wedge. Garvin.
And that's all he wrote.
That's dead. Okay.
Ooh.
Interceptors. They brought their offensive game now instead of their defensive. That's 2 ships down in this engagement. Very impressive.
And right there, David leveraging the matched initiative at initiative 4.
Man, just full paint all over the place here.
It's a trap!
I don't think you...
2 damage going into Jake there. Excuse me, 1 damage going in after spending. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he took a damage from the earlier rounds there, so down to 1 health. Wow. Well, after a rocky defensive start there, the remaining alive interceptors really pulled through, showing some trigger-happy discipline, if you will.
Hey, it worked out. It worked out. That's all you need, man. Just need a chance. Just give me a chance, coach.
Oh, man, did he need that? Because we were about to write him off there after that second interceptor died and he had done almost nothing. But, wow, bounces back real quick and with just a barrage of attack dice there. I'm double checking. Yeah, he wrote all paint. Well, except for the target lock on Echo, but it ended up being all paint after the modifiers there. So, whew, a turn of events for sure.
Now, as we continue, we're about halfway through this game. Score currently 72-96. I want to remind you that this game and all of our games this weekend brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives and District Foundry. Use that code GSP2021 for 15% off. Also, if you're looking to participate in the Galactic Championships, we got plenty of tickets for the future qualifiers. We got, 7 more qualifiers? They're different time zones, different dates. Lots and lots of opportunity for you guys to play and get the sweet, sweet swag. This stuff's looking good, by the way. The Cala target locks did sell out. There's 100 for each planet we go to. There's 100 planet-specific target locks, and once they're gone, they're gone. Now, somebody did ask the question, Dion, what are you going to do if you don't sell out of a specific target lock? Well, then they would just go on sale separately afterwards, but that's getting them early is how you guarantee it, because once they're gone, they're gone. All right? Now, looking at the positioning right now, Matthew Cary has three A-Wings left. You got Wedge, you got Jake, who's on 1 health, and Hera, who's full. Hera has not used the Procket yet. Hera has not used the Procket yet. Where can you get the biggest value there? Using it on Echo? Is that what we're looking for?
Echo just flies in such a particular way that these A-Wings really can't keep up with him on like a one-on-one. Mm-hmm. Essentially, the A-Wings are just easier to get behind and stay behind with Echo's decloaks. So I think if anything, I would put it into Echo. Also has 1 less agility.
Well, we will see. We'll see what David gives up. I mean, that's what if I'm Matthew, that's what you kind of are looking for. But I doubt David's just gonna serve him up. Hey, here's Echo. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you might be able to use that your initiative advantage to get yourself in the position. Though you do gotta watch out, because David does have those other 2 interceptors who are currently full, and you could maybe potentially use Echo a little bit as bait. You bring those other interceptors around the flank, and you take out Hera, who obviously is an extremely valuable piece. And one thing that I do think that will happen, if David can take Hera out without Matthew being able to fire off the Proton rocket there, I think that is going to be game.
Yeah, Jake's not in a great position to support her. Would love to see like Jake give her a focus and then she target locks, something like that. But it's not really an option at this point. It looks like Jake and Wedge are going to have to, I was about to say crisscross here, but Jake's going for blocking positions.
There's the focus. Blocking the interceptors, great way to take away the modifiers, both on offense and defense. I mean, does that mean Hera's just going to do what? Two forward and figure it out? Try to take one of these out? Oop.
Yeah, maybe hard to end behind Echo. But you really, when Matthew Cary put his dial down, he didn't know where Echo was going to decloak. It was a good assumption it would be through that lane, because you couldn't really, unless you're K-turning, can't really go anywhere else to get a shot.
There's the focus.
Yeah, I think that one, I think yellow's already outside of Wedge's arc there, so no reposition needed. I mean, we're just waiting for Hera here.
Where are you going to go? Echo's going to get some uncontested shots, most likely. Oh, But that feels dangerous staying right there. Because you can see that hard 2 to the left. There it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The barrel.
Yeah, hard 2 left Procket. Not a great spot.
And look at that.
There it is.
Good call by David. Great call. Protecting himself. And that's a situation where even if Hera doesn't do the hard 2 and she goes straight, you would have still had a shot, and you're protecting from the possibility of a potentially game-swinging attack happening. So here's Echo taking a shot through at range 2 to what is I think that's Jake, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Hit
Jake's
crit.
got focus token, so
2
stays on the
evades.
board.
Yep, gonna be fine. Hera's gonna take some pain here though. That's a barely range 2 shot coming in from that interceptor into Hera. This is gonna be a 3-on-3. Focused attack for hit crit. Oh, Hera's taking all of them. One of them's under the shields. And we got a hull breach on Hera. I mean, that hull breach, obviously not super consequential as there's no match initiative. And the next card equals dead. But it's good to know what's still left in the deck. And 3 hits. This could be it right here. Hera off the table in a single turn.
There was a huge block from Echo there, catching that Hera sleeping.
Christopher in the chat saying the Emperor protects. For those wondering about the Choose Your Champion percentage, the split here was 54% towards the Rebellion, 46% towards the Empire, and at 72 to 143, Empire looking pretty right now.
Now, Wedge has the offense to take down these interceptors in the next half hour. Can Jake survive that time with only 1 health? Seems unlikely.
I don't believe. I don't have faith.
I mean, the A-Wings are behind the interceptors for the time being. So they do have that advantage in positioning here. But now Echo's free to do pretty much whatever. Now that the initial kind of jousting and engagement is done. Like I said, these A-Wings, even with the hard 2 boost or hard 2 barrel roll boost, like it doesn't spin fast enough, which is crazy to say, but it's not fast enough to circle like how Echo does.
Yeah, I mean, because that decloak just gives you that little bit extra. You get that extra degrees there. Huh. Yeah, right now it's gonna take a little bit of luck and some clever flying from Matthew to be able to get ahead. Though we have seen Matthew play from behind before. We've seen it happen. He does not stop until that last ship is off the table. So don't count him out yet. He's gonna definitely try his hardest. But David has also been a test of lots of perseverance here. Early losing a couple of interceptors, not having great discipline triggers, but putting his ships in the right places and making correct decisions, especially with Echo. There's Jake.
I'm going to assume that after 6 games of flying interceptors yesterday, he's lost quite a few interceptors. I'm sure it wasn't the first time they just rolled terrible defense and just started popping.
All right. Let's take a quick peek here.
Do you take a focus token on Wedge? Says he did. Oh, he took it away because there was a 1 turn. He kept his stress, that's right. Because he evade boosted last round.
All right. I resolved the whole breach over there just so that we have the correct number of cards out. Didn't want to bother him with it.
I see it launched a bunch of Fuel Leaks of direct hits.
Yeah, Fuel Leaks and direct hits in there.
Oh, boy.
Boom, 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 boom. Well, you got one. You got one of the direct hits out of the deck there.
All
Couple
right,
of Fuel
Echo's
Leaks.
closing in here with a shot on an unmodified Wedge.
Just one hit. Wedge able to get it. Going back to the next round. Now, I want to remind everybody we have 4 more games after this. Top 16, 8, 4, and final. Looking forward to getting down to the nitty-gritty, finding out who's going to be our Cala champion. Now, a reminder, the top 32, all 32 players today are getting their invite to the Battle of Alderaan, the Galactic Championship, happening in November. They got that invite secured. And in the future, if these players play again in a qualifier, and let's say they were getting to the top 32 again, the invite actually goes down. It rolls down until the next person who is available, who has not earned an invite. The goal is to take that Galactic Championship and make sure that every single seat is filled for that. So the goal is 32 times the number of qualifiers we have. That's the number of seats we have available. And, you know, as people are unavailable, we'll figure it out there. But looking forward to that. And just like Worlds, it's very similar format. You know, you receive an invite. There's a ticket cost for the Galactic Championship because of the prizes that get paid for there. And then we party and find out who's going to be our Galactic Champion. It was amazing. It was amazing last year. You know, the amount of participation we had, and to know that we ended up getting a Galactic Champion out of South Africa. Like, it's just great to see the globalization of our X-Wing community. It's amazing. Will there be a last chance qualifier or anything like that? I mean, there's you want another one? Another one? You know, just because of the timing, we don't have the time to do a like a day before, like a Friday night one. Friday night is family pizza night, so I'm gonna be busy Friday night. But the Saturday, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Matthew Cary here, given the the browser loading circle here, as he's probably given the humming the Jeopardy tune here. He is ready to play. He knows he's down. He knows he's got to go out there and make some bold plays.
He goes 6. Time to get weird. It's my chance. Time to get weird. Marsh Glyph in the chat asking a curious question. What's the most interesting or weirdest place GSP has ever shipped a prize to? I mean, at this point, we have shipped prizes to every continent except Antarctica. With every tournament, I think one of the coolest things is every single one of you who has received tournament prizes from me, I, Dio Morales, packed it myself here in my office in the GSP studios. Like I was doing that. I touched all of your prizes. I hugged them all. Every single one. Vatican City, question mark? Is that considered its own continent? I don't know. Ew, Dion Cooties.
It's its own country. It's a city-state.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say every country. I said every continent. But
so an aggressive target lock boost here from Wedge. Jake follows in, and they are in pursuit of the yellow interceptor. Echo's doing the best he can here, or they can. I forget now. to get on the flank. We got like a 3-tiered pincer move coming here. But if yellow can boost out of there, has the potential to get out of both of these A-wing arcs. Maybe not. Maybe not Jake, but at least obstruct the attack.
He could. I think he can get out of range of Wedge.
I think he can barrel roll right, boost right, and that should get him out of both.
I like that.
Yeah, if the barrel right fits, oh, he's got it. Yep,
Good
easy
call,
peasy.
good call.
If you have the space, getting closer to your opponent is easier to arc dodge because the arc is smaller.
It's the whole. It's not quite centrifugal force, but.
It's the boxing hug. It's the boxing hug. Like, come here, let me hug you so you can't hit me.
Exactly.
And Echo on the flank. Three hits coming in. And one crit rolled. Plenty. Man, is this the matchup where you go, man, vectored cannons, bro?
I bet you can. I think a lot of this match now, as we approach the late game, I think Matthew Cary had the advantage by being first player in the early game, trying to go in for blocks, doing some boosting to take up space. But now, the bid from David here is proving to be invaluable. Wait, that doesn't mean not valuable. That means very valuable.
Very valuable, yes.
Yes. I was like, wait.
Very good.
Yeah, it's what's going to win him the game here, or keep his lead, rather, in this late game, that he could just double reposition the Interceptor's greatest strength to just eat clock here.
So here's a technical, I guess not technical, but a template game question. Does Wedge's to right fit without bumping or hitting the debris?
Yes. Oh, wait. Wedge is, Wedge is yellow? Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Man,
100%.
no offense to David. I was being cheeky about it last round, but wow, pace of play has gone way down.
Yeah, just on the technical side, just like for viewers, something that I learned that really helped me out for like visualizing out those turns. If you look at it from like a diagonal angle from like back left corner to front right corner, and looking that way, the ship on any turn speed will always move, like shift that way. So if he's not already overlapping that profile on the saber, then he knows that he'll fit.
Yeah, every time you bank, you land inside of your own arc.
Then that's
Like
the
you
same
land in
reason
your
that
forward
you're.
conjugate.
Yep. And then, James, your explanation is the reason why if you're at a perfect 45 and facing a board edge, you will never go off the board with a hard turn, as long as you go in the direction.
I love that. I actually set my ETAs, or ADAs, I guess, actually facing my own board edge and kind of crab walk a little bit and go that way.
That's hilarious. People are like, So I will tell you one of the last things. Hey. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Dion, because it has been significant. It's not like we're expecting them to rush or whatever, but Matthew Cary here is setting the pace of play. He's able to set his dials down. He's getting his dials set probably within 30 seconds or so of cleaning up tokens. And the difference in the pace of play of the players is what is just so noticeable. Cary's dials being set and ready before Davids were even being flipped. Now it is a tight game. Like I'm not claiming intention or anything.
No.
But David's in the lead, so he wants to make sure that his maneuvers keep him the lead. But just have to be aware of the game state. Time is ticking down, and obviously Cary is looking for some extra rounds here. Maybe not extra, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he's trying to squeeze some out, squeeze it out the clock. All right, well, let's see those. And one of the issues that Matt's going to have is, the last couple turns you have those interceptors kind of in the way. You have obstacles and then the interceptors in the way to be able to chase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he hasn't been able to boost these A-wings into position to be able to be in a good attack vector because of that. There's a hard turn. Yeah, just making not the hard turn, the boost after that.
How's this one escape? Can you? You just barrel back and focus?
You could barrel to the right and boost to the right and have the cloud coverage.
Yeah. But they've also then trapped you in that corner. Not really though, because you can just go right again.
Yeah, you got to get to the right. You have Echo setting up the flank. Though you must be cautious, right? Because those A-wings could just flip on you. All right, taking a focus. All right, deciding to stay offensive here and seeing if they can maybe clear one of these A-wings off the board.
Yeah, he's got the Archon Jake, and I think that's what is tempting him to stay where he is. Because this... let's start with let's see what the attacks are first. Jake gets 1, and the Saber gets 1 as well.
Here's Wedge with his ability.
Ooh, range 2.
Oh, hit crit. That's scary. Yeah. The interceptor does have focus still.
Should just be 2 dice here. Yep, talking them through it. Red is untouched and going to take a crit now, though.
How bad is it? It is a stunned pilot. Obstacles bad.
Not very bad.
Yeah. It's not bad till you hit an obstacle. And then you're like, oh no, this crit matters.
So we're going to go for the focus evade. That's strange, I guess. Well, you wouldn't have hit either one.
It's true.
I guess Jake did have 5 dice there, so a lot higher potential. And they're still shooting at Wedge here. Oh, okay. Well, this one's range 2.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
2 hits, and that evade, the squiggle. Use it. Oh. Was there a target lock out there that got missed? Yeah.
There was a target lock. But nothing happened in there. So we're back to decloaking. I'm going to get this pup a little bed. He stops just circling my chair here.
I love you, I love you, I love you. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined us today. We got 394, almost 400 people tuning in to this premier level X-Wing play. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, if you want to keep track of the Galactic Championship Series, you can go to goldsquadronpodcast.com. We're going to be putting up a results page so you can follow along how many lists were brought, what was the faction breakdowns, who won each of the qualifiers, and just follow along with the adventure that is going to be the Galactic Championship. The next qualifier is June 5th. June 5th, it is the Bespin qualifier, and it's happening in the Brisbane, you see what I did there? Brisbane, Australia time zone. All right, so that is definitely for us in the U.S. It's going to be a little bit wonky if you're playing, but basically you get to play starting around Friday evening, and you know what? You get most of your Saturday and Sunday. Not bad.
Yeah, I was able to get up this morning and go have breakfast with my wife. We got some errands done, and yeah, it was pretty great.
That's good. I'm super excited about that. We got June 5th is Bespin. If you want to be back on the Western Hemisphere, June 26th is the Lamu qualifier, Buenos Aires time zone. But don't get it twisted if you're in the U.S. That's basically just one time zone over from East Coast, because how the Earth works, it's a straight line down. So that's when we're back on the Western Hemisphere. Then July 17th will be in Dagobah, a.k.a. Dublin, Ireland. Now, these A-Wings, looking at their win condition right now, if they can get Echo off the board, and is it Echo and a half of an interceptor? Will that do it, James?
Stand by. So he needs 72 to lead. So half an interceptor. Ooh, man, no, I think he's gonna have to kill. Ooh, he needs to kill exactly 2 halves.
2 halves of anything?
Yeah. Well, obviously, if he gets a damage on Echo, it'll be even more. But yeah, he needs a full saber to win, or to take the lead.
All right, well, time to go get those slices of pie. That's what I'm hearing.
But the problem is, as soon as you kill anything, they get locks. So or they jump out of arc.
All right.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing here. These interceptors are scattering here, trying to prevent any range 1 attacks or falling into both Jake and Wedge's firing arc. Yellow might actually have a shot here on Jake as well.
Whiffs on that attack. Jake, not accurate in his last couple of shots here. Here's the interceptor going back. Jake currently only has an evade, staying defensive, especially with 2 shots looking at him. 1 hit only. Should be able to shrug it off, no problem. There it is. Got the squiggle. And Echo, gonna try to clean it up. This is not obstructed. The angle is good. Here's the roll. 1 of each. Able to convert to 2, and Jake avoids it.
Yeah, well, this patty cake isn't getting Matthew back into the game. So it sounds like if he just closes in on yellow here, if he could trap yellow, he can take the win. But they're not shaking Echo. Echo's just been pretty casually flying behind them for now for 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, without busting something like a sloop on these A-Wings, you're not going to get Echo in the arc. It's going to be extremely difficult. Love it. All right. So I mean, if you wanted to try to attack Echo this turn, I mean, is it worth it? Who's your target? Because you got both A-wings pointed in a different direction right now. Is this Sloopy time?
All I hear
Yeah.
is it's sleepy time.
No, not sleepy time.
Sloopy.
It's Sloop.
Yeehaw.
Yes, and this is the problem though, is that like you do something crazy and Echo's like, oh no, I'm caught out. Whatever should I cloak? Like, no, thank you. I'm good.
And there's the decloak. Probably just a nice and casual 2 forward is what I'm going to guess on the action when it comes up. But Matthew does have the initiative, so he'll be going first. All right. Tried the 1 turn to the right.
Yeah, he's pulling out the unexpected here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, that's what you got to do. Rolls 1 hit. David, so far, with that 2 straight, going to be able to continue holding on to his lead. He's playing real clean right now. He's going to have a range 2 or 3 shot on the wedge as well. And might be able to converge with at least 2 of his ships. That red interceptor should be able to get a shot with some double reposition actions. There's the barrel roll. And here comes likely the boost. Nope, gonna just barrel roll. Now this interceptor, 4 straight. Is it just outside of Jake's arc? That is close, and I think it is just outside.
Yeah, just out.
Just a bit outside.
I mean, I'd rather focus boost and be in Jake's arc than Wedge's. Wedge has his ability plus a modifier. There we go, evade boost. Wedge also has a target lock on you too, so
All right,
gotta be careful for that.
Yep, here we go. It's a range 1 shot. It's a chance to do something. Oh, hit crit. Can you make it hurt? Spend evade.
Not anymore.
Not gonna happen.
No, the green dice finally balanced out to actually rolling, varying results instead of just all focuses or all blanks.
Hit crit coming
Two
from Echo.
Echo into Wedge.
Focus out. I'm telling you. You said they're playing patty cake. I don't know. Whoever's the baker's man, you gotta have to burn down the bakery to get something done at this point. What are you doing? Fight. All jokes aside, David is playing a great game. He's managing to stay out of arc, playing some of the percentages, making sure he's not taking damage. And Matthew right now, he's definitely not in the driver's seat. He has to try to find some unexpected moves that are going to get him shots. And he's maybe got 2 more turns at most left.
No, I feel like I could. I can see the frustration in Cary. He's not in the driver's seat. He's not even in the same car. He's the angry driver behind the car, honking the horn. They're like, come on, hurry up! I got places to be. I got shots to take.
So I actually talked to Matt before the game, and I talked to him about, like, what do you like with the list? Because Blount's a really interesting pick.
Uh-huh.
And it lets you get a lot of neat toys like Prockets. And he was like, yeah, Blount's cool. I hate this list. He said, I had 2 practice games with it, and I liked it. And about game 3 yesterday during the Swiss, he was like, I realized that I hate this list. He was like, I hate 5-ship lists. I don't know why I did this to myself.
That is
I mean, Blunt
funny.
is such a power piece, though. He's like a discount X-wing, but at the same time, he's used to Luke and Luke and Ahsoka, who, because they have the Force, they can just double modify themselves without any external help. And I've been there, just Garvin just not rolling any eyeballs ever, never being able to use his ability. Jake, and especially like in this, it feels like not quite Rune Goldberg, but once you lose one of these combo pieces like Jake or Hera, the rest of the list kind of can fall apart. No, we didn't do a decloak here.
Decloak. Jake, I think that this is an attempt at a block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try to block the yellow saber and see if Wedge can put through some damage.
Yeah, he does have the lock there, so he should be able to do some sort of damage.
I'm bringing him around.
Yeah.
Going to have a range 3 shot on Wedge with that red interceptor. All right, we're going to be going into engagement. After this, Interceptor does a focus boost using auto thrusters. Looks like the plan is to try to focus fire on Jake, who has only one hole left.
The yellow interceptor able to go the opposite direction, not fly into the block. He's still sitting in Wedge's arc. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, you take the evade, he can only do like 1 damage to you.
By the way, I need to say thank you to the following people. Thank you to Ulfric and Danath and Mindspike for subbing or gifting subs or gifting subs today. Thank you so much, getting us to 173. We did hit our goal yesterday for stream goals. I got some extra stuff today as well. If we hit it, great. If not, then it just goes back in the prize bin for next time. Trust me, we got plenty of stuff. But here, let's see what happens on Echo. Hit, crit, crit, looking at Jake, and that's going to be it for him. Having only a single gun left, it's written on the wall right now.
Yeah, yellow was able to do the barrel roll, as you said, barrel roll towards your enemy, and then boost. So your circle that you had to boost out of their arc is tighter and easier to do. And looks like it will be winded down to the last round here. Accidentally flown by both players. The dice variance in this game has just made it a roller coaster of emotion, though. Those first couple engagements, very exciting. David came in here and was able to, because he killed Blunt from full, he killed Garvin from full, and he put Jake down to 1 in the second or third engagement of the game. Wow.
Yeah, big swing. And you know what? That's sometimes how how these things work out. You saw that one of the players you thought had an advantage turns out not so much all the time.
Yeah,
No.
Vagabond brings up a good point here in chat that we didn't really get a lot of those blocks from Matthew Cary taking advantage of the first player. That just none of the blocks hit. They was able to plan around them, see them coming, and have a answer for it.
Yellow Interceptor just giving us up some space. And that's going to be time in the round. with just a little bit of extra on this other side. And it looks like we have a bunch of our games are already done. If you want to see the bracket and how things are going, our bracket knight Dusol 0894 is working the challenge for us today. Exclamation point bracket to get the link to that so you can see how things are shaking out. Oh, Dusol, I want to give you a t-shirt, by the way, for your help on the brackets. You've been doing it the last couple times. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, and Row 6, our Grand Admiral patrons, and all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members. Thank you so much for your support. Gold Squadron out.